Hi folks, my name is Tatiana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Ethereal Entertainer. Today we're going to be doing some January 2023 predictions with some tarot cards for each astrological sign. This deck I'm featuring is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot by Rachel True. Absolutely love this deck. I got it as a gift for my birthday and I just had to share it with you. It's such a beautiful deck. Also, the book is very handy dandy. It has some pretty lengthy descriptions of the major arcana, different kinds of tarot card spreads that you can do. Very beginner friendly if you're looking for a first deck of yourself or just a deck in general. I highly recommend this one. Absolutely love it. So we're also going to be pulling an oracle card for this month's predictions of January 2023. The deck that I'm featuring, I featured in my readings for last month. It's called The Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. The guidebook is also very helpful. I love how she describes the cards and she includes soul inquiries and things like that. It's very cool. Help you tap into your high vibe self. So this bracelet I'm wearing is from my Etsy shop, The Ethereal Construct, made by yours truly. This bracelet features rhodonite, strawberry quartz, and matte crackle quartz beads. Feel free to check it out to see if you can find yourself some metaphysical jewelry to help you bring in the new year with great vibes and set good intentions. Yeah, let's get started. Hey Taurus, so we're going to start with your sun placement. For your card, we have the Nine of Wands. This is a card about resilience. So when I see this card, I think of a cat that has 9 lives, right? You keep finding a way to get back up, to keep respawning. And you may be seeing this card because you've been dealing with a heavy amount of adversity or hindrances, hardships in your path right now. And the Nine of Wands card is telling you that you're experiencing this for a reason. So this is to help you build your endurance, your resilience, and to help thicken your skin. You may have asked for something or prayed for something or trying to manifest something. And the Nine of Wands card is saying that this process is necessary in order for you to be prepared for what you're asking for. So as tough as it is, as much as it sucks, you are on the right path and you have the ability to do it. You are definitely getting through it. The Nine of Wands is you're getting knocked down, but you're getting back up. That's what this card is saying. You're getting back up. You have the ability, you have the energy, you have the drive, and you have the tenacity. You have what it takes. It's just, you're going to have to use what you have to get what you want. So definitely take this as a good card, as a good sign, because it definitely is. It's saying that that you are strong, that you're persistent, and it's going to get you somewhere, and it's going to get you what you want. And sometimes what we ask for, we don't know what we're asking for, and it's not always as easy as we think it is. It's not always as simple as we think it is. But the universe has a way of showing us and preparing us, for what we've asked for so that we can receive it, know how to keep it, and know how to maintain it. So try to see the bright side in it in that way. I'm not saying that your struggles are absolutely invalid or that you shouldn't feel the way you're feeling about them. But also, take it in stride because, for one, it's not going to last forever. And for 2, it's preparing you for what you've asked for. All right, so moving on to our moon placement for you, Taurus, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So the Hierophant card is about learning things in a traditional set in stone type of way. So this has to do with institutionalized learnedness. So this could be, church, school, some type of educational program, maybe you're learning something at a job or something like that. This is what the Hierophant card is pertaining to. And when it's in the reverse position, it's saying that you may find that it works better for you to challenge the status quo, that maybe the traditional orthodox way of doing things is not quite what is going to work for you. You might need to be willing to explore outside those bounds and figure out, what is going to work for you specifically and personally. We don't always thrive in those situations of institutionalized or doctrinated learnedness. Some people are not cut out for college. Some people are not cut out for, those systems in place that have, been doing the things the same way over and over and over. Some people have to go and find their own path in their own way. Some people are built for entrepreneurialism, and that has to do with literally finding your own way of doing things rather than being able to take steps in classes and have someone teach you and tell you how to do the things. A lot of the time you're learning how to do things on your own and finding your own way, doing it with your own flair, your own style. And the Hierophant card in reverse is saying that that's where you're at right now. You may be finding that you're trying to, incorporate these type of systems into your life, but it's just not synchronizing. It's just not working for you in some way. And you may have been beating yourself up about this because, society teaches us that, if you're able to walk the line, you're able to do the things that they tell you to do, you'll be rewarded. And, the adverse will happen if you don't. But when you see this card in reverse, it's saying that that's not what's meant for you. And that's not what's going to be best for you. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the way that you learn or your style. There's nothing wrong with that. And you should embrace it and lean into it, because that's a strength. It's a strength to be able to not necessarily wing it, but to find your own way, to be open-minded enough to be willing to explore options and find something that works for you that would not necessarily work for the next person. That's a skill. That is an ability a lot of people don't possess. And the Hierophant in reverse is saying that you would be better off leaning into that rather than trying to fit in to these institutions, fit into these doctrinations, because they don't work for you. Moving on to our rising placement for you, Taurus, we have the 3 of Pentacles, or the 3 of Discs. So this card has to do with teamwork and companionship. So you may have been working on something with other people, maybe you're working on a relationship with some friends, or working on a project with some coworkers or something like that. This card is saying that teamwork is part of the dream work, and that you should celebrate that. You should definitely hone in on it, because that is where your strength and your success is going to come from to get the desired results that you're looking for. So this may look like, maybe you haven't been working with anybody else. Maybe you've been working just on your own this entire time, and the 3 of Discs is popping up because it's time for you to be willing to phone a friend or a coworker or somebody who knows, what you're trying to do, and who you may not have the confidence, but they might actually be able to, see your vision and help you bring it into fruition. You may never know, until you pick up the phone or, reach out and ask. And you may find that this person helps you bring something into the material realm. Remember, the Pentacles has to do with material things, finances, career, things like that. They may be able to help you bring these things into fruition, into the material realm, and get the desired results that you want. Maybe the path or the way of doing it doesn't necessarily look like how you envisioned it, but it doesn't mean that those results aren't going to happen. So the way that I want to word this in an analogy is that just because you're trying to go from one place to another doesn't mean that you have to go in a specific color car, right? If you're trying to go from California to New York, doesn't matter if your Audi's blue or green. That's what I'm getting at here. And it may not look how you envisioned, but you'll still get to your destination. And you may find that it's easier to get to your destination and the results are even better than you envisioned, because you're willing to use your ability to ask for help and to reach out and have teamwork, and that will really work in your favor. All right, so now we're going to get into your oracle card pull for the month of January. This card is open. Say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. I'm just going to go through and read the description for you and the soul inquiry. This is probably one of the biggest challenges of life, keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience, from the ecstasy to the agony, the joy to the grief, the love to the loss. We can't bypass the difficult parts of being a human if we want to truly experience the bliss. And if you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy. The rose teaches us this, season after season. She knows that if she doesn't surrender to each of the seasons, come summer she won't be able to bloom. Birth teaches us this too. The safer the mother feels, the more she can open. Living and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act, as a life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as well as great love, triumphs, and adventures. When we're going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in connection, not separation. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much, we often find ourselves more separate than before. The rose shows us how to open to the world, no matter what the day brings. This card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, to expand through the extremes, and to put your 2 feet wholly and completely in. Soul inquiry. How can you say yes to life? I think this definitely directly correlates to the cards that I've pulled for you, Taurus, because we have the 3 of discs here, which has to do with companionship, connecting, and then we have the 9 of wands card, which has to do with resilience and powering through, and then also the Hierophant card in reverse, being willing to say this isn't going to work for me, and walking away from traditional ways of being and finding our own path. This open card definitely is saying that that's what's in store for you for this month, and to definitely be willing to open yourself up to different perspectives, different opportunities, maybe a new relationship of some sort, friendship, or a rekindling of some sort, new opportunities in your career realm. You never know. If you open up, you'll see that there's so many different options versus just the one that you were able to envision and conjure up for yourself. There might be something even bigger and more beautiful out there for you if you just open yourself up to it. But thank you so much for listening and for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Please hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so that we can do it again next month. And I hope that this year is extremely good to you. Thank you. Bye.